Hey guys, it's Jag. Welcome back to the arcade. Let's get back to just another game, Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. Today, we're going to start the second of the special temple levels, 2-K, Boppopolis. Couple of things before we get started though. One, I highly recommend that you play this level in handheld mode or with a wired Pro controller, as the jumps and the muscle memory that you're going to need to develop during this level are extremely precise jumps and very fast muscle memory, which means you want as little latency or no latency if at all possible. From my time practicing, playing it in handheld mode versus playing it in wireless mode resulted in two entirely different experiences. I will be playing this in wireless mode, but I'm also going to be like 2 inches away from the console, so keep that in mind, just my personal recommendation. Second, the music in this level is one of my all-time favorite tracks ever. So I've turned down the sound effects so that the music will be boosted. Enjoy it. Third, from the time that I get into this level to the time that I stop playing it, I'm going to be recording the commentary in post-processing. I thought this would be the best way to be able to talk about my experiences playing through the level and describe what I'm doing without breaking my concentration actually going through the level. So we'll see how well that works out. Finally, I will be playing this and every other temple level vanilla. If I'm given a Kong barrel inside the level, I will continue to use the Kong barrel. However, if I'm not, then I will play the level through with Donkey only. Anyways, I just wanted to explain some of that because it's going to affect some of the other temple levels that I'm putting up later this week. So we might as well get the exposition out of the way. That being done, Future Jag, take it away, bro. Alright, so things in this level happen fast and the furious. So to start off with, the first puzzle piece that you're going to get is collected by getting all of these bananas. So bounce across the L's in this pattern. You don't have to give the extra bounces, I'm doing that for the 1-up, but that gives you your first puzzle piece. And I'm just kind of pausing here to make sure that I cover that. The next one is a little bit trickier. After you bounce off of these owls and get through these barrels, you're going to want to make a rolling jump off the second platform, bounce here, and try to get back to this platform here, make a rolling jump, and bounce off those penguins. That's tricky. Now, you can very easily die for that puzzle piece, but I'm trying to show these puzzle pieces as they're intended to be collected. But honestly, that one right there is probably the hardest puzzle piece that you're going to want to collect. Now you're going to see me come back through here and collect all of these puzzle pieces again. I'm really trying to set up for the perfect run where I collect all of the puzzle pieces as intended and make it to the end in one go. Because of that, I do make this level a little bit more difficult on me than it needs to be. And you can see if you miss the timing, you get slapped in the face and you die. Skipping ahead a little bit, we're going to collect the next 3 puzzle pieces. Once you get in this cannon, bounce off of the owls. And you're going to want that big owl to move to the right, roll jump under the platform, bounce off him like that, and there you go. That's how you get the third one. The next one is trickier. Once you get through this sequence of cannons, you're going to see owls in the platform. Wait for the late owl, right there. He's carrying your 4th puzzle piece. Once you bounce across this, you also get a 1-up. The 5th puzzle piece, I actually do die for. You don't have to. What you want to do is you want to jump on that owl as soon as you get to the platform, then simply walk off the falling platform and bounce on the penguin's head. I don't quite pull that off, but that's how you get the 5th puzzle piece. Now that we've gotten all 5 puzzle pieces, let's talk a little bit about my thoughts on this level. Honestly, this level was incredibly fun to do. It was frustrating. It was incredibly frustrating. but I love this level. The feeling of accomplishment that I got from completing it basically was like no other level I've played in the game thus far. And as you can see, I'm getting more and more polished as I keep playing through it, which in my opinion is the mark of a good level. It rewards you for failing. It lets you learn from your mistakes, and it rewards you with some really good music. Just kind of enjoying it right now. I've got the biggest smile on my face. The music in this level is one of the things that really kept me from rage quitting. It was a shame that the level I would keep failing like this just as the music picked up. So the most frustrating thing would be I interrupted the track. Now I have to play it again so I can listen to the entire thing. There is a couple of more things, and you can see that I'm still getting this 1-up. It's a free 1-up. I recommend if you're having trouble with this level, always get that 1-up because it's really easy to get. You will be getting a lot of collectibles. You can see that I'm getting coins and balloons and bananas out the wazoo. This is kind of a farming level once you get it down because of all the jumping that you do. But there are a couple more things in this level that are tricky that I didn't quite have down. One of them we might see on this run, kind of going to slow down a little bit. Once you get past the owls and the first penguin Ferris wheel, you run into a flock of penguins. And those penguins, it took me several times to get the timing for. Let's see if this is... Nope. It took me a while to get the timing of the penguins down. There are 6 penguins, and if you don't hit them in the proper order, then you will not make it to the next point where you need to be in time, and you'll just fall into the abyss and die. So right now, even though you haven't seen me get to that point, that is kind of my hurdle for the level. But anyways, overall, I kind of wish this level hadn't been so finicky. You can see that even though I've practiced at this level, there are some things that are just going wrong. And this is kind of a problem with using the Joy-Cons for this sort of level. It requires such precise jump and timing that any interruption kind of screws you up. And you can be extremely good at this level and still mess up due to problems not of your own making. You can see here, that's the kind of roll jump that you want to make to get that puzzle piece. Preferably, you want to land on the platform too, but that gives you an idea. But yeah, if you start overthinking things, you will mess up. Sometimes you'll just mess up because your controller messes up. And there's nothing you can really do. I really feel like they designed this level and they only played it with wired controllers that had no signal latency, and they didn't really plan on how difficult it can be for some people with the wireless controllers. And I know that this game came out on the Wii U, which was only a wireless controller, as far as I know. I don't think there's a way to use a wired controller with it. But when you're in testing, I would not be shocked that they would be playing this on a God, what's the word? Developer's kit. Why am I spacing on it? Developer's kit that may allow for a wired connection because dev kits kind of let you modify the hardware in interesting ways. And even if it wasn't, they're going to be playing at a closer range to their dev kit and thus have the signal latency than your average player. So this can kind of be frustrating. And I just kind of wanted to point out some of these really simple fails are not entirely my fault. I mean, I didn't want this video to be too polished. It had to have the trademark Jag F-ups. But a lot of this was basically, I'm gonna be like totally honest with you. This video is what, 20 minutes long at most? It took me 2 hours to complete this level. Just because of how finicky it can be. And it was completely different playing in handheld mode. I blazed through the handheld mode. As soon as I detached those Joy-Cons, bam. Problem after problem after problem after problem. Incredibly frustrating. But you have this music. David Frum was the original composer for the Donkey Kong Country theme, and he was brought in for this mix, and he's just killing it. This may be one of my favorite, up there with my favorite music tracks, with like from Ocarina of Time with Soraya's song. Let's skip ahead a little bit here, obviously. I missed that, but heading on in here, I believe that we're finally going to go see the penguins that are my last real hurdle. Post-commentary is a little bit difficult when your own skips catch you by surprise. Oh well. But yes, we're making our way out here. Gonna go past the Ferris wheel. Showing the proper timing for getting that puzzle piece. You just want to walk off the platform, not jump. We'll bounce off of these owls, and then there's going to be another owl sequence immediately. Really easy, you've done this before, not that hard. There are the penguins. The trick that I don't learn for a while, you don't bounce off of every penguin. Just jump bounce off the lowest penguins. Once you do that, you'll make it to the end no problem. If you bounce off of every penguin, like a high jump bounce, then obviously you're too slow to get to the Waldo and bounce off of him, and you'll fall into the abyss like you just saw. But if you... it's kind of hard to describe. You'll see it when we make the final run. You just want to jump off of the lowest penguins, and you'll get there with plenty of time. But yeah, back to the music. I love Soraya's song. I love the Song of Storms, because everyone loves the Song of Storms, you have to. I love the Water Warp song, which I don't believe too many people actually point out. It's very simple and very elegant, and I actually like, that's my favorite Warp song in Ocarina of Time. But this remix here with the horns kind of just blows most of the music in this game out of the water. And I believe that there's one, maybe two more runs, and then I will show you the run. And I'm going to be quiet because I'm just cranking that music up to max, and I'm going to, jam. I want you guys to enjoy the level and see how it's supposed to be run and how the music plays with it. So you know what? Let's do that. See you guys after the run. there you go. All 5 puzzle pieces, the perfect run. Right now, I'm just kind of relaxing, getting out of my shakes, but really happy with this level overall. It's time to celebrate, and then we'll get back to live commentary. See you guys after the grab. Later. Oh. 5 out of 5. And the second relic. We are done here. God, I love that music. I hope you guys enjoyed it too. But since we have all the puzzle pieces, let's check out what we unlocked. Extras? And... wait, is there anything in the images? There is. Well, now you know when I recorded this. There you go. Enjoy that. And now for the diorama. This is what we're really here for. Let's get this rotated properly. There we go. Man, that looks sweet. I love the dioramas. Let's zoom in a little bit. There's the Kong family. Looks like Cranky is beating a rat on the head. Good job, Cranky. There's one of the fire pigs. Penguin taken to the air. Rat with cheese. Owl blowing the horn. Very nice. I'll just normalize that and just give it another rotator too for you guys. Alright. Well, that is the second key temple down, and this island, Autumn Heights, is fully complete. So thanks for coming out and joining me today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Next time, we're gonna take down another key temple. See you guys then. Y'all have a great day. Later.